Tim Erickson, who were both called up by the Columbus Blue Jackets. And a point shot ripping it and hitting the goalpost was Gudas. Now it's played to the blue line. Oberg to Gudas. One-timer and a stick stop made by McElhenney. Back to Golubev up top. Holden left circle. Down low now, it's Drzenovic. Centering feed. McLeod at the side. 2 cracks at it. Scores! Ryan Craig in front, and Captain Falcon cashes in to the blue line. Barberio now to Kaloran left circle. Shooting. Save made. McElhenney scores. It dribbled through. Scoring in front is Brent Connolly. Cross, and it's chipped wide by Drzenovic. Played around behind the net in front. Golubev scores! And a pump of the right arm for Cody Golubev. Nothing but net, and it's 2-1 for Springfield.
Years. For a man, 35 is less than $11 a month. Quotes based on Amica's Premier Select Rate class. Actual premiums can only be determined by full underwriting process.
Falcons have just scored on the power play. 3-1 Springfield. Turning with it back up ice quickly is Barberio, but he miscommunicated, stolen by Craig. He has a breakaway. Craig to the net, and a score! Now over comes Smith, and in there on the play now is Brett Connolly. And we have some more shenanigans here in Springfield. Players congregate in the neutral ice. Everyone grab a partner. Linesman trying to separate. Tim Spencer in the thick of it now for Springfield. And the pot is overboiled once again. Doss, Barberio left point, down deep. Wyman, low left circle, getting it across ice in front. Wyman on the backhand scores. JT Wyman cuts the margin in half, and it's 4-2 in favor of Springfield. Back to Barberio, shooting, deflected in front of the net. Rebound, Kaloran shot, scores! And the Crunch within 1. It's 4-3 Springfield. Remaining in this third period. At the left point, Oberg has it knocked away by Craig. The net is empty, and it's played down the middle. Chance, Chaput scores! Michael Chaput with the dagger, an empty net goal. Second of the night for Chaput, and it's 5-3 Springfield. Shake, rattle, and roll. Falcons home win. Falcons players raise their sticks at center ice.
First off, let's talk about the overall effort tonight against a team that came in here with one of the best road records in the league, a team that you're going to be fighting with for playoff position probably from here on out.
Yeah, that was to me, it was a huge effort. I mean, with the amount of guys we have out like recalled right now, and you know, they're basically filled right up. So we knew we were going to have our hands full tonight. You know, they challenged us physically early, which we haven't had that this year. I was really excited to see that from our group, actually. You know, I told them after first, this is the first time guys came at us, so I loved how we responded. I love that our guys are, you know, you can tell the guys are playing for each other. And every time they push, we push back. So we found a way to manufacture goals tonight. You know what I mean? That's huge. When you're missing 7 of your best offensive guys and you're finding ways to score, it's a big testament to the guys that are in the lineup.
With that long power play against the first period and second period, how big was that first goal?
Well, it was big because you got to understand our first unit, we had Drzenovic and McLeod on. They're both in the box. So not only we got a 5-minute power play, our 2 guys that are supposed to be running are in the box, and there wasn't a whistle for 4 minutes. So I mean, it was tough to get anything going, right? But we found a way to get one there. You know, and that was big for me, and it just kind of, you go, okay, we got something out of it, and that's big. When you get a team that, if they're going to do something like that and jump your star player and take liberties, you have to make them pay, and we found a way to do that, and that was big for us.
I mean, it was good to see the guys come to Draz's defense in that situation. I mean, obviously, you know, you guys paid for it with guys in the box, but I mean, you know, how'd you feel with, you know, just Wade responding and, you know, to that situation, jumping.
Absolutely. You know, when someone jumps your guy, that's how guys get hurt. Like, to me, just getting 2-5 in a game is, you know, when you come from behind, and I mean, I look at that as almost like when Moore got jumped in that Vancouver thing, got suckered from behind. I mean, he was wailing on him. And the hit wasn't even that bad. Like, I've watched it again. I could see if you ran him and really took liberties, but, you know, that's a very dangerous play. And so the fact that our teammates came to his defense and did very well, it's great to see. It really is.
You mentioned Wade McLeod earlier, and Ryan Craig talked about guys stepping up with Jam and Tim Erickson and Wade McLeod certainly having his best game of the season.
I love Wade tonight, and you know, I've been challenging him, and he's been in and out of the lineup a little bit, and I agree with you. I think it was his best game of the year. I think he was invested physically. You know, we talk about adding value to your game. You can't just be a goal scorer, you know, and especially when guys are out and you're moving up. Like, guys got to do what they do plus a little bit more, and I felt like he gave us effort. He was physical, had a great fight there, popped the guy. I mean, standing up for one of his teammates, and you know, I thought he had a heck of a game.
Is it a little more challenging when you're seeing a team for the, you know, it's this deep in the season, you're seeing a team for the first time, you know, compared to playing the same guys, you know, over and over again, like it seems like in this league?
Well, I mean, you know, there's video. I mean, there's no surprises anymore. You can upload any games you want, and you can see what they're doing. So they didn't throw anything at us that we hadn't already seen tonight, and you know, I'm sure it was the same for them. You know, everything's pretty much an open book now about every team's doing. So I don't think there's any advantage or disadvantage in that area.
I mean, you know, at the end there, I mean, they really gave Curtis a test. They scored those 2 on the 5-on-3. But talk about, you know, just the defense's ability to hold up and keep them, you know, say only to those 2 late.
Yeah, I thought Curtis was excellent tonight, and you know, they got a guy passed it. I mean, seeing I pass right through Holden's skate, the guy whacked at his backhand and found a way to go in. You know, I was a little frustrated in the original call, but that's another story. But they, you know, he played excellent. He really did. And I thought our D did an excellent job of sealing out guys. Our D zone arrivals are really good tonight, especially under pressure. You know, and they're going to get some opportunities. They're a skilled team. I mean, they got 4 or 5 guys with 30-plus points, you know, and they're dangerous. And you give them enough opportunities like that, I mean, they're going to make you pay at some point. So I was proud of the guys how they, you know, we bend, but we didn't break. And that was great to see.
You played with 5 in the first game.
Yeah, and again, you know, this was a high emotion game for probably both teams. I mean, you know, we had to fight through a lot tonight, and again, I love our response.
Notice, you know, the guys' legs are a little fresher given the break.
I actually thought we were pretty sluggish for the first 25 minutes of that game, and I think that's what we needed, a physical game to kind of snap into it. You know, if it was a docile game and it was kind of just river hockey, I don't think we would have snapped out of it. I actually, because we got challenged, I think guys got invested, you know, and sometimes you need that. If you don't have the legs, especially come off a break, you know, the emotion can take over. And I thought guys played with great passion tonight, you know, going through a lot of adversity and, you know, a lot of different line combinations, and there's just some different factors that are going on behind closed doors. But again, I loved our response. It was great.
Just talk about the effort being able to pull one out tonight against, you know, one of the teams that you'll be fighting for pretty much probably from here on out.
It's a good win. We haven't seen that team all year. We know, you know, defending Calder Cup champions with when they were in Norfolk. Great test for our hockey club, and you know, we got our legs going and responded, and you know, huge effort from the back end with Curtis and our D-men.
I mean, how big was it to be able to, you know, kind of recharge for a few days during the break?
I think the break came at a perfect time for us. We talked about, you know, obviously we didn't go into break how we wanted to with losing those last 2 games, and yet I think guys got away from it for a little bit, and you know, our practice was excited to be back yesterday, and just carried over into today.
And I mean, so your own performance. I mean, talk about, you know 2 goals, and especially the one on the breakaway. I mean, just to talk me through that.
Yeah, I just was able to jump on a puck. Breakaways don't happen very often for myself, but you know, it ended up being, I guess, a big goal with the way that the things ended up. And yet, I think everyone had a contribution tonight, whether it was standing up for their teammates or just doing the right plays or making little plays. It just it's contagious, and it carried over.
Just talk about the play of your line. I mean, you and you know, Draz and those guys. I mean, you really seem to have found a chemistry, you know, this year.
Yeah, on the power play, Draz is, you know, I think he's got to be right up there in power play points for the whole league. He's he's done exceptionally well. And then with my line with Chappie and Kubi, we've we get big bodies who try and play on their own end and work the pucks down low. But it's fun to win hockey games. I think it can be. I hate to use the word contagious again, but we enjoy winning, and that's better than the alternative.
And it seems like this team, seems to respond to the challenges. I mean, you lose players, the guys, you lose, 5-6 guys in one shot a couple weeks ago to training camp. You lose Jam and Tim the other day. I mean, let's talk about just being able to, the fact that these, the rest of you guys are able to step up and fill in the roles.
We have good depth here. We have good structure, and we have good hockey players. I mean, the guys that have maybe not played as much as they'd like or whatever throughout the year are good hockey players. And we have a team here, and when we're as happy as ever to see guys go up and achieve their dream of playing in the National Hockey League. That's why we're here. And it gives other guys opportunities to try and reach that goal and take steps. And we're excited for those guys that are up there and cheering them on. And I know they're watching how we're doing down there because of the 30 games or so that they all played down here at the start. But we're excited about our team.
I mean, as somebody who's been here a few different times with a few different organizations, I mean, just talk about how much it means to finally bring a winning team to these fans.
Well, there's some great tradition here with the Indians and the Falcons and that kind of stuff, and yet we are a new group here. It is a group that's trying to create their own identity, our own culture. You can see when this building gets loud and it's full, it's a great place to play hockey, and I think that's one of the reasons we've been able to get going here at home is because of the fans and how many come out and how loud it is, and we love that support.
It seemed like they helped you out tonight, especially against a team like Syracuse that came in with such a great road record. It's only 5th time they've lost in regulation on the road all season. Yeah,
it's like I said, it's a great building to play in. It's a place where I think we're excited to play at home, and that's what you want as a home team. You want to be excited to play your home games and bank those points.